All right, guys, watch this video for Friday, July 6th. Sometimes I show off a little bit in these videos and say, hey, look at my equity curve. Look at this great call I made. Look at this great call Jane made. Look at this great call Wayne made. And I do that in some of these videos, so it's only fair to do the other side, which I have to do today. Ready for this? This was after my morning this morning. 7 trades, 7 losers. That's pretty impressive if you think about it. You can't mock my consistency. I was very consistent today. I tweeted out with that screenshot of that. I'm usually hesitant to trade on low volume holiday weeks. Sadly, I didn't hesitate today. Check out my batting average today. So, there just wasn't a lot of volume, but I really can't blame anything other than I had a couple trades that just didn't work. I look back on them and say, no, they were still smart ideas. They just didn't work. Then I had 1 or 2 after that were I don't want to say FOMO trades, but they were definitely trades that you would see an inexperienced trader take, like kind of like, hey, maybe this will work. Volume's coming in, and that happens to a lot of traders. When you start off poorly, you do things then you wouldn't normally do to try to make some quick money. After I took that screenshot, I then had my first profitable trade of the day, and behind that another profitable trade, and then behind that a loser. So really a terrible average today, and an ugly down day for me. Close to twice my daily loss limit, and your daily loss limit is there for a reason. That's supposed to be the max, and then you're supposed to quit. And I was just below that, or above that, I should say. I lost just less than my daily loss limit when I took one of those. Yeah, maybe this will work trades, and that's what ended up doubling my daily loss limit. So anyway, I kind of cut down after that, but not very proud of myself today. Here's what I'm watching tomorrow. Let's see here. Well, let's start with the SPY, which I've already got up there. SPY is still in this clearly defined range, right? It's been, 7-8 days from here to here, so we're just in a range. We're sitting at the top of that range. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It is a holiday week, so you want to be careful. ANW. I took 2 trades on this morning, long, and lost on both of them, and then ended up watching it close at its highs, and it's at 225 and after hours. So that's how my day started. But absolutely worth watching again tomorrow. Massive volume and a very strong close. So we'll see if it gives a setup. DFBG. This one gapped up. Okay, so you had this gap up here, and then it sold off, right? So before today, I think shorts are killing it on this, and maybe expecting a gap fill, and then we wake up today and it's trading all the way up here. So now I'm not saying shorts are in control or longs are in control, because if you look at the range from here to here, it's probably right about in the middle of the range. Anyone that was long overnight here underwent some pain. Anyone who shorted down here had some pain, right? So it's not like anybody's winning here, but it's definitely getting enough that longs and shorts might be quick to get out of a position. So we might get a low risk setup that works there. Remember, I'm a day trader. I look for stuff that I can trade, get in and out, and back to cash every night. GBR. I did make a call on it this morning over the 2-minute high. Unfortunately, I had another stock that was up and ready to trade on my trading platform, but I did say over the mic, hey, I like this back through the high of day, which would have been 504, and it went to 625. I mean, that's in 10 minutes, right? These are 2-minute candles. That's in 4 minutes, and I got some thank yous for that. So I definitely helped some people make money today, but I was too much of a dolt to get that one myself. But anyway, having said all that, it didn't do much the rest of the day, right? Came right back down and then straight sideways the rest of the day. So with the crazy action that it's had, we have to have that on watch. I have no idea what to expect tomorrow, but if we get a setup, I'll give it a shot. PED I don't really like, but had this huge move, and then the gap up, and then a bunch of red days, and then today kind of a narrow day. But here's why I kind of like it. 15-minute candle. So there's the big day. There's the next day that it gapped up. You notice that after the gap up that day, 2 15-minute candles. So after 30 minutes, it never broke the 30-minute high. The next day, same thing. There's the 30-minute high. Next day, same thing, and same thing. So this hasn't broken its own opening 30-minute high since it was almost 450. So, and it seems to have found support at $2, right? So for me, if I can get any kind of a narrow range and then an afternoon breakout, where all of a sudden in the afternoon this is lighting up the new highs tickers, preferably coming out of a base, then I really do like this. But otherwise, I'm certainly not in love with this chart. But that is one thing I always try to look at if I'm looking for something that's been strong and then is pulled in for a few days. I love an afternoon breakout. All right. PRAN, nice volume day for this one, almost 2 million shares, and closed, I don't know, fairly strong. Notice it bumped its head right on the 200-day and then backed off a little bit, but maybe a red to green in that one tomorrow. We'll see. It's a thin stock. ABIL had a huge move today on an intraday basis. It went from 648 to 10 before settling in at about 8. So way off of its highs, but because of this move, a little extra volume today. Definitely want to watch it tomorrow. MXC, if the oil plays get going, this one is one of them that was moving with the rest of them. You have this big red day here with a topping tail, and then another red day basically coming into that buy zone between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So if the low-priced oil plays get to moving, this is a good candidate for a bounce on Friday. EKSO, you had a pop back here on big volume to $2.20. Then a lower high right around 2. Same thing, a little bit lower than 2. Then today tried to break out through 2, decent volume. Actually topped out at 209. I'll tell you what, when this hit 209 and started to come back in, I literally said to myself, I bet this closes right at 2. And I'll be damned if it didn't. And that's because, it's the whole number. It's a number that this has had a relationship with for quite a while here, and slightly above it here. Anyway, I really like this one for maybe a red to green, some kind of low risk setup, maybe over 209. We'll see how it trades tomorrow. But it looks good. It's coming out of nice support and has room to run on the daily. RGSE, which when I saw this, someone posted the news and the volume, and I looked at the daily. I was like, oh my God, this thing is really beaten up. We were trading this back here, and then I just haven't really looked at it in a long time. I've always hated this stock, by the way, but it's really beaten up and had nice volume today, closing not too far off its highs. It topped out at 60 cents, closed at 53 cents. I took one trade in this one. It's one of my afternoon trades that I made some money in, down here below 50s where I nibbled. It didn't go up very far, but I don't know, I made a couple $100 or something. Anyway, maybe we get a follow-through day in this one tomorrow. It's not a pretty daily chart, but certainly had nice volume today and closed fairly strong. And then XBIO, kind of a sleeper pick, had this huge move back here, and now it's kind of going sideways. Sort of interesting, maybe over 450. Maybe it gets a bid, but not in love with that one at all. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Check down below. We've got some links to free webinars. All of our free webinars. There's a link down below. A lot of good info there talking about inflection points. We got inflection points part 1 and 2. And we kind of go into explaining how we use inflection points for entries. And there's a couple July 4th specials that we're going to keep going probably through the weekend. All right, so I'm done babbling. Have a great night. We'll see everybody tomorrow.